everybody, and welcome to the Fandom Flux Podcast, episode 218. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Are you talking to me?
I was talking to the audience. They didn't respond, though. That's fine, though. It's okay. I understand. So, I'm Casey.
Sometimes you just lose me sometimes, Casey.
I'm Casey. Hi. See, they did it again. It's so ignorant. Anyway, we have this week pretty much everyone. We have Kenchi.
Hi, I'm Chenchi618, and I am a grown man who's eating Rice Krispies right now.
Nothing wrong with that.
And what is wrong with that?
I don't know. I feel like there's a certain age where you can't eat certain things anymore.
Horse shit.
Yeah, that's bullcrap.
Agreed.
I'm drinking a Mars chocolate milkshake right now, okay? I'm pushing 30.
I bought myself some strawberry milk just a few days ago.
That doesn't surprise me about you, Zero, but since I'm being shouted down by the rest of the peanut gallery, I guess that I'm here, so...
I had some dump cake a la mode last night.
See, that just sounds gourmet for some reason.
Yeah, it does a little bit. Also, we have Ken. No, we did Ken. Ken was already here.
Hi, I'm not Kenchi618, but apparently we do have two Kenchis here today.
I don't know why I went to Ken again. That's very strange. Is my brain working? I don't know.
I assumed you were just going down the list and you just kind of not.
Zero's here.
Hi, I'm Zero, and I have a pretty bad cough today, so if I go quiet for an amount of time, it's because I have to cough, and I'm muting my mic.
And Zero's here. Which means
Yes. Zero is also here,
Nice.
and Zero, who is also here, would like to say, why are we doing this?
I don't know. I've completely lost the plot at this point. Slice is here.
Hello, I'm Slicinus, and I have a 40-pack of Rice Krispies. So,
I thought you were about to say
I'm right
you
there
just
with you,
have a
man.
40-pack.
All right, then.
I thought you were about to say you just have a 40-pack. Screw 6-pack, I have a 40-pack.
Jesus. My abs extend all the way to the floor.
My abs wrap around my body. Yeah.
God, I'm picturing that now. Okay, and Patience here.
Hello, everyone. I was patiently waiting for the opportunity to say hello.
Oh, and we have a special guest in Slicer. He's here too.
Hey, I'm also here. It's crazy.
You know who else is here? Zero's here.
You know who else is here? Casey's also here.
You know, for something that I didn't even realize I was doing, it ended up being a pretty good bit. You know, I guess I'm just a genius like that. That's okay.
Or you're just really tired.
God damn. Okay, so...
Okay, so I saw a South Park, I rewatched a South Park episode, and I can't stop associating the word genius with gay fish. So, Casey's a gay fish.
I mean, we all knew that already.
So, I only caught the tail end when I came into the recording, but Casey, you said that someone was going first today because someone
Yes.
had some sort of obligation.
Kenchi is going first because he might get called away unexpectedly. So,
Yeah. All right, so talk about my week. Well, let's get the biggest thing out of the way first. Saw Avengers, guys.
I saw it
Yeah.
too.
That was so good.
Mm-hmm.
okay, I'm gonna put this out first. If you guys really, really, really want to talk about it on the recording, I can take my headphones off and you can talk about it, and you just message me when you're done.
No, it's fine to wait till next week. Like I said, I'm probably gonna get called away. So
Yeah, we'll wait. We'll wait to do that because that's going to be a full spoiler cast.
also, you're probably not the only one that hasn't seen it because it was just out Thursday. So
Yeah, I'm not going into that theater. It's shoulder to shoulder, probably. So.
yeah, no one's
This
seen it yet.
is why it's nice to get a place that has reserved seats.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it myself, nor do I plan to.
It's a long movie. Like it's 2 hours 45 minutes. I was sitting in
It's good long.
the theater I was in had leather recliners because they upgraded their seats recently. and that's really nice. But even then, I was still sore after 3 hours of watching it.
I can imagine.
Okay.
It was good though.
I have a plan.
It was good.
Zero, we will not be recording on Monday because that is the only day I can think of where I would willingly subject myself to going to the cinema in Hanley.
You must watch this movie.
Yeah, I need to
I'm
watch
also
it.
going to
And
be seeing it a second time tonight.
yeah, like I can catch an afternoon showing on Monday, so that's the thing I can do. But, you know, I can't do that on any day we're recording, and that leaves Friday, and I don't want to be in Hanley on Friday. No, people die. That's not a joke, by the way. People totally die. So
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
What else,
so
Kenchi?
what else, Kenchi?
Other than that, I've been playing the shit out of God of War.
Dad of Boy?
Dad of Boy.
Like,
I can't unhear it now. I can't unhear him every time he says boy. Thanks, internet.
Yeah, I beat that game recently, and all the secret bosses.
Man, that game is mean as fuck. Like, if you are not on the beaten path of doing the main story, that game will punch you in the face.
What difficulty were you playing on?
Hardest.
There you go. I was playing on the version of normal, I guess, because I always do normal first.
Gross. But yeah.
I've got to do the link dump, Zero. Don't laugh.
Yeah. So that game was tremendous. It's a breath of fresh. It's a fresher breath air in the God of War series.
Gross.
That game is what God of War needed as a series. In a lot of ways. It's really fun.
It's not all hack and slashy anymore, ladies and gentlemen. And it has heart.
How far in are you?
Where am I? Atreus knows he knows what Kratos is now.
Okay. Then okay, that's decently far. That's probably like halfway, I think. Yeah, I just kind of marathoned this game as much as I could, and I did basically everything. The final secret boss is really hard, because I don't think it's really too much of a spoiler to say that there are Valkyries in the game.
No, that makes sense.
I like those fights.
So you fight all of the Valkyries, and then there's a final Valkyrie that is really tough and just kicks your butt, because like each Valkyrie has a different, like they have a base move set and then a few moves that are unique to them, and then the final Valkyrie has all of the moves. And so it's a pretty decent test of skill. I died a lot in that fight, and I was on normal difficulty. So,
Yeah.
best of luck to you if you decide to do that, Kenji.
I
Yeah,
just
I'm gonna do
keep
it.
staring at that alternate title in the chat, and the more I look at it, the more it makes me want to play this game. Like,
Dad
God
of
of War
Boy.
is not an appealing title to me anymore, but Dad of Boy just really, that sounds appealing to me.
Look, the meme is, for those of you that don't know, Kratos will refer to his son, Atreus, as Atreus, like once in the first 4 hours of this game. The rest of the time, he's boy.
He only refers to Atreus as Atreus when, like, he only refers to him by his name when he's not around. Is something I've
The
noticed.
rest of the time, it's boy. Read this. Boy.
Yeah.
Only fire when I say it, fire. Boy, goes through that hole in the wall. Boy, what did I tell you, boy?
The only real complaint I have against the game is that some of the enemy types get a bit repetitive because it's a very long game, and so it comes to a point where you would expect like a new enemy type, but you just get kind of the recycled one, just reskinned. So
Just the same enemy, different color, or
that happens a few times, yeah. Because they're going with a big fire and ice type of theme to it. So you'll fight fire versions and then ice versions. I think there's like a base enemy that's like a poison version, but they're all the same basic types. Is kind of the problem.
Yeah, I recommend this game highly.
I do too.
It's because I haven't bought a single player game that actually intrigued me in so long. Also, I didn't buy this; I was given this game. So, yeah,
it's a very good story-driven single-player game, and the combat is fun. It takes some getting used to, though.
And there's gods of the Norse variety, and dragons, and longboats, and stuff,
and dads of
and
boys.
Lots of dads.
There's like, well, yeah, there are a few dads.
But yeah, I believe there was an article that said the current director of the new God of War has plans for at least 5 more games.
I just want him to go through like every single pantheon of gods, like every single gods you can think of.
Okay, so there's a part in the game that alludes to Egypt, which has been alluded to in a lot of previous God of War games. I'm thinking you get 2 more games to wrap up all the Norse mythology, then you head over to Egypt for a full 3 games, because there's a lot of Egyptian gods.
But it won't be Kratos. Well,
it probably won't be Kratos. It'll probably be Atreus by that.
I mean, it could be Kratos.
I imagine there'll be a passing of the torch is what they're setting up.
No, I mean, like, it can't happen because the time frames are different for when Egyptian gods really mattered.
Do you think they care?
I just had a great thought of them doing an Okami crossover and then Kratos just murders the shit out of Doggy or Amaterasu.
No. It's Doggy Amaterasu, but the markings on her are the Kratos markings. And Doggy Amaterasu has to go and kill all the other gods.
Samurai Kratos killing all the Shinto gods. That'd be hilarious. Not hilarious.
So,
it could be awesome. And
could be.
From what I heard, there were allusions to Celtic gods,
Celtic,
Japanese gods, Celtic. I don't know how to speak.
Celtic gods. They're
the Boston
Celtics.
Celtic, Celtic, whatever. Okay, so there's
American.
the Celtic gods. You
They're
got your
mortal
Japanese
enemies
gods.
of the Rangers.
Yes, clearly.
Joke,
But you got your Celtic gods, your Japanese gods, your Egyptian gods, which I imagine they'll try to visit at some point, because now God of War, since they opened the way with Norse mythology, might as well go and kill every god of every mythology. Why not?
I mean, why not? He killed all the Greek/Roman ones already.
I mean, you know, there's no way they're not going to do Ragnarok with the Norse mythology, because that's kind of the big thing where gods die, and it's a game.
Kratos calls Ragnarok.
So, oh yeah, lots of death. But I like the way Kratos is written in the new God of War, because he was a very one-note character in the previous games, just anger all the time. And this God of War Kratos is like, yeah, so I made a lot of mistakes.
That's one way to put it.
I am not proud of what I did at all.
But I'm gonna do it again.
He doesn't do it on purpose.
It's not. He doesn't start a fight this time. He's just trying to get the ashes of his wife to the highest mountain, to spread her ashes with his son.
Look, so I'm gonna post this image in here. and I'm gonna explain what I saw on the internet as how they explain the difference between Kratos. The Kratos in the first picture is like early 2000s Limp Bizkit
Yep.
Kratos, all full of anger and rage and fuck you.
Furrowed
And then,
brow, yep.
Yeah, second Kratos is like mellowed out craft beer Kratos.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's still mad, but it's like, old man, get the fuck off my lawn. Why do you have to do this, mad? Like, I really don't want to do this today. Don't make me do this. Angry.
Like, one of the first things that happens in the game is that a fight gets picked with Kratos rather than Kratos picking a fight.
He's like, dude, I really don't want to do this
God,
shit.
Up his doorstep.
It's like, I don't get out of my get away from my home, get off my lawn. I don't want to do this. And yeah.
You young upstart. Fuck, I've been doing this shit since before you were probably born.
So it's a very different type of tone for the game, and I like it.
Gran Torino Kratos.
You know what? That's exactly it. That's exactly it.
Alright, I'm done talking about this game. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's fine. Anything else then, Ken?
Not really, because I've tried to write, dude, but goddamn, this game is taking up all my free time.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I feel so bad. But then not really, because I'm not getting paid to write, so. Proceed.
All right.
Okay, so I guess you got nothing else? Cool.
Not really.
Anyone desperately want to go?
I guess I can follow that up with, I beat God of War, so that was kind of my discussion. My discussion of that. It's a good game, and
you beat Disappointed Dad Simulator 2018.
Yes. One thing I noticed is as you play through the game, after you finish battles, Atreus is like, "How did I do?" And like it goes steadily from you need to focus more, or basically you did horribly, to that was all right, but you need to improve a bit more, to okay, that was pretty okay.
Until he starts killing people by himself, he's no good to me.
Oh, just wait. Once you fully upgrade Atreus, he's just the best support. Freaking with that bow that just really helps you build up stuns so you can get your executions. Yeah, I like this game, and I want to play the next one right now. Because it basically took up all of my time forever.
Well, you can take the Cartman approach by going up on a mountain and freezing yourself in the snow and waiting for it to come out.
Yeah.
I'll be your Butters. I might forget.
You'll forget about him.
I might forget you're up there.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that plan, for multiple reasons. Let's see. So for me, what's happening right now? I registered for one of my classes. I registered for a CPR class, because I have to get CPR certified, and so that'll be happening on Monday, next Monday. So I look forward to being the CPR certified Zero who can help you out if you're dying. I now have the choice to help you out or not, which is nice. I now control life and death.
I've been able to control life and death if that's your criteria for
it. But aside from that, I registered for my next classes because I have to take a few more classes just to fulfill the qualifications for the certification program so I can get my teaching certificate. Got all the classes I wanted, so that's nice. Now I'm going to be technically graduating this semester because I already have enough units and everything. So we're sending out grad invites or announcements or whatever and getting ready for that. Well, I have to write like 2 papers still and study for a final exam and other things. But yeah, everything's going pretty good right now. My
When you're a teacher, will you have your students call you Zero?
No.
That would be weird.
That'd be awesome. Mr. Zero. Why do they call you Mr.
Sub-Zero?
Why do they call you Mr. Zero?
Because that's what you'll get on this test.
Because all it gives out is zeros. He'd probably be the nicest teacher. Like, why do they call him Mr. Fails everybody? No, I think his name's kind of ironic because he never fails anybody.
Oh, I hope I'm a nice teacher because I'll probably be giving everybody really harsh grades and ruining futures. But that aside,
Zero, I just want
Yeah?
to remind you, you have consigned yourself to reading shitty writing for the rest of your career.
This is true.
yeah,
Oh well.
You can make it better, but it'll only be great in the last month of school, and then you'll have to start all over again.
yeah.
Yeah, you're reading fan fiction for a living now, kind of.
Oh god. Shaping
Nope.
young minds, Zero.
That sounds like it'd be, to some of you, that sounds like it'd be awesome, but it would be
It's a certain type of hell that I'm diving deep into.
No, it's not even fan fiction. It's 30 of the same fan fiction, only written
God.
slightly different.
So it's the Harry Potter section then, essentially.
Yes,
Uh,
only shittier.
yeah.
Why are we making him regret his choice for a degree? It's
I
not fair.
saw Infinity War, and I'll be seeing it again tonight. Really liked it. I know some people who really have not liked it,
What?
and I can understand why. But I personally thought it's a good movie, and it's what it was. It's essentially what I was expecting.
Why would they not
In a
like
lot
it?
of ways.
Because they didn't see enough of the other ones?
Like one of the guys I was talking to didn't like it, hadn't even seen Avengers: Age of Ultron, so
So
I don't know exactly how many movies he'd seen in the franchise. And like Age of Ultron isn't exactly good, but
It's
it's the type.
good. It's not spectacular.
Yeah, it's not the best one by any means, but like
it's
there are some
crap.
necessary plot points there of characters that get introduced. So
And Hawkeye didn't die because his ass is on a farm somewhere retired. So there's that too.
there was a line in the movie where Hawkeye was off working to support his family. So yeah.
Oh.
He'll be back, though, with his arrow of unstoppable justice. He can't beat the arrow of the Hawkeye.
That's a different franchise.
I know.
You can't use it.
Aside from that, D&D campaign is still going strong. Although last session just turned into a bit of a breather session in which the group decided to look at porn. Because one person bought a book of so there's a long string of things. Okay, so what I do is whenever somebody can't be in a session, they go through a portal to another plane of existence. And so one character ended up going to Japan and ended up getting a bunch of like hentai doujins, which as soon as he got back to the material plane, started selling all of them. That player had to leave the campaign, but another player found one of the hentai doujins being resold and had bought it. And then decided to bring it out in front of the entire group in this next session, in which it started a whole long discussion about porn. And then, because I was like, I need to put magical items in this shop, I went through my list of pre-prepared useless magical items just for fun, and one of them was the tentacle ring. And well, things just went downhill from there. It's like, one person's like, what kind of porn is this? I'm like, I didn't plan for this. Let me just look at some tags.
That's always a good rabbit hole to jump down.
And yeah, so the party didn't make much forward progress.
Something
ended up
made some
bas-
forward progress.
They ended up being in the
Ew.
Feywild after the events of the previous session. So, like, I was like, oh, this session they'll be able to get out of the Feywild and start with all the actual plot stuff that's happening. They did not even start to get out because it was just a whole bunch of character interaction, and also they fought like Wispy Woods, so things happened. They also ran away from Wispy Woods and made peace because it was not a fight they thought they could win.
Well, it sounds like they had fun, so hey.
Yeah, everybody had fun. Everybody had fun. By the way, the tentacle ring, when used, allows you to sprout long octopus-like tentacles out of the ring, and it's supposed to give you an advantage on grapple checks.
Would you describe them as turgid?
Hot.
Okay.
See, this is why sometimes you just let your players do what they want, and then this is what happens. Total freedom, yes. But it was a lot of fun. Everybody enjoyed it, and it was a nice breather session because a lot of plot happened previously. And now they're about to fight over the ocean against a gigantic eagle that has lots of fairies on it with like bows and arrows. And they're on like giant dragonflies, and it's going to be an aerial battle. So, yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with that. It's really helping me to build a lot of my description skills that I kind of suck at, because I have to describe things, and the better I do, the better the idea of that the group's going to get of the area and what they can do with it. Aside from that, I can't really think of anything else I've particularly done this week other than just work and school.
Hmm.
And I have this awful cough, and I don't know where it came from. What did
Patient,
you do,
are you with
Casey?
us? I was trying to figure out who I wanted to go next.
I am.
Hi, patient.
Hello.
What'd you do this week? I know you did some stuff this week, so what'd you do this week?
Well, earlier today, I finally got around to taking advantage of the gym membership that I have, thanks to my mother. Her workplace, Apple, has a very well-stocked gym, which also employs several personal trainers.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I met with a personal trainer for about half an hour this morning, and my arms are pretty sore, which is a good thing. I'm looking forward to getting back into the shape that I was before, for a start. But if I'm going to keep up with my girlfriend, I've mentioned that she does parkour as a hobby. I need to get into some better shape, just to keep up with her.
Yeah. I mean, from what I understand, Ken would probably know better than me, but it apparently sucks for about a couple weeks, and then it starts to not suck.
Yeah, you have to, it's gonna hurt for a bit, but if you do it every day, it's not gonna be so bad. Like the first week, it's probably gonna be the worst. But you toughen up after a while. It takes some.
I mean, I'm not going every day.
Oh, you don't really have to go every day. It's just like if you just got to keep doing it.
Of course.
I mean, you don't have to be like me. I'm like, you shouldn't be like me.
Yeah, that's just. Wait, are we talking in working out still, or just in general? Because
in general,
yeah,
I'm not a good role model.
Don't be like me. Don't go for 2 weeks to go, this is hard. Fuck it.
You are not the one who weighs almost 400 pounds.
What was that?
You are not the one who weighs almost 400 pounds.
Yeah,
That is a good point.
Killing yourself ain't gonna help that. It's, you burn yourself out, it's not gonna really do any good.
I mean, I know that I have to do it slowly, and I intend to.
Yeah.
But it's a simple solution. I just haven't had the willpower to do it yet. But I'm working on it now. So apart from that, this bite's updated twice.
Okay.
With
Sorry.
collectively over 70,000 words.
Yeah. That was a lot.
Did you read all of it, Casey?
I read all of it. It was a lot.
I knew you'd split it. Splitting it's always good when you can split a chapter. It's like still super long for the reading populace. It's good stuff.
Yep.
Have you gotten any critical response yet?
Well, there was one particularly critical review we got, but it seemed like it was more of a flame, calling us out for being racist and sexist with everything we were doing in our story.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'm trying to.
Don't do that. It's
Yeah,
I mean,
if you look at anything from a certain angle, it looks
unless
like
you
someone
want your
else.
head to explode.
I mean, the racist part, Soundbite's voices, obviously. We lampshade it. So,
I mean, yeah, the whole thing is stealing recordings, and there's a lot of recordings that were in times that were not great for certain groups of people. So, it makes sense.
yeah. But we've gotten a lot of positive reviews. And I think one of my favorites might be the most recent, I believe it's still the most recent one, that said that they had never gotten into One Piece before they read our story, and now they're immersed deep in the fandom. And that may be the best possible outcome. I mean, reviews that say something along the lines of, I don't like SIs, but I like this, those are great. But when our work actually makes someone look into the source material, that's just wonderful. Oh yeah, and we've also published the first chapters of the Spanish and French translations of this Bites.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
Quite.
I'm trying to think of words for good in either Spanish or French.
Caliente.
Bueno.
Yes,
And
that's...
fuego. I don't... It's on
That's
fire. It's on fire.
You speak French, or don't you?
No?
Fromage.
It's not okay. I can't even say anything because it's been a whole 30-minute episode of.
Okay, Ken, when we did that one episode of Anime Reflux where it was stupid in French, did you not realize I was reading that from a script?
Yes.
God damn it. Okay, yeah. Technically trilingual by the way, patient, because that's English, French, Spanish. Franish and Spench, yeah. That's, like, English is tricky sometimes, too. Anyway, patient, you were saying. Spanish and French translations, that's cool.
Yeah, we've found that some of the fans on Discord are fluent in other languages, and a few months back I presented the idea of getting this Bites translated into other languages. We allow them backstage passes to the story, and we also allow them if any patrons join our Patreon only because of the Spanish or French or German translation, then the people who worked on that translation get a cut of the profits.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice incentive there.
Yep. Of course, I'm still waiting for Japanese. In that case, we might finally get his attention.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Come on, you know how much attention he pays to his fans. Look at
I
the
don't,
SBS.
actually.
Look at the SBS. That's all I have to say. And hold on just a second.
Alrighty. Okay, now I'm just trying to draw any words in any other language. Where is my brain?
Donde
On the
está tu
floor.
cabeza?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
He's just asked where's the head. That's what he just asked. Yeah.
That's what he said. That's,
Yeah, where's your head?
Thanks for cracking that code, guys.
Hey, patient.
Hola, ¿qué tal?
We're doing Spanish today.
I think he just asked me for a kettle. I don't have one. I'm sorry.
He
I do
I
actually. I have a kettle.
He did not.
I
ask.
said ¿qué tal?, which means how are you? How are things? How is everything?
Que
Pretty okay.
pasa?
I'm pretty okay. I just realized I have a kettle.
Casey.
Yes.
Casey, you're British. What? Of course you have a kettle.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It was a gift when I moved into the flat, so that's why I have a kettle, and for literally no other reason.
You know what's Slicer? You saying that, and then Mark joke from earlier made me think about how Token obviously has a base because he's black. Casey obviously has a kettle because he's British. You guys drink tea over there, right? That's what you do.
Yep.
Thing.
That's what you do.
It's more of a 50-50 tea coffee thing now. But anyway, patient.
Well, evolution. Progress.
Somos idiotas.
Patient, you with us?
Yes, I was just waiting patiently to see if there was anything else that you wanted to say, any of you, before I continued.
No, please.
Okay. So I've also been playing the Kingdom Hearts package on PS4. I've almost completed my card collection on Switch. There are just 5 enemy cards that I need left. Unfortunately, 2 of them are the white mushroom and the black fungus.
Ouch.
Now, see, the thing is, enemy cards drop by random chance. If it's the last Heartless you defeat, it might drop an enemy card at the end of the battle. And you can increase your odds one way, and that's by selecting one of 3 different rooms where the Heartless are more ruthless. But white mushrooms and black funguses only show up in white rooms and black rooms. So you can't boost your odds there. So it's all down to the main bit of luck. And of course, even with boosted odds, there's no guarantee, so you have to exercise patience if you want to collect them all. But I mean, I'm down to only 5 more, so I think it won't be too much trouble. Just a matter of persistence. I've also pre-ordered the Spyro Reignited trilogy. That's going to be fun. I love the original Spyro.
Oh, right, that's a thing. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a thing at GameStop where you put down at least $5, and that guarantees you that they'll have a copy of the game for you when it comes out. And the more you put down before it comes out, the less that you have to pay once they have it in stock. If you pay off the full amount, then...
Yeah, that's called a pre-order, patient.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that because I love the Spyro games, and now for some reason, I'm excited because there's going to be trophies because I'm stupid. So
Yeah.
I love trophies too. It's
Yeah.
just more satisfying somehow, the collection aspect.
like, what's
I
the
like
only thing better than 100%ing Spyro? Letting everyone else around you know that you 100%ed Spyro.
Yeah.
100. For shame, Kenji, for shame. It's not 100%. It's 120%.
Was it? Oh, yeah, it was.
It's 1,000,000%.
I've gotten 120% on the classic Spyro for PS1 at least 3 times. It's just so much fun.
I didn't have that patience as a child. Damn it! I didn't even mean to do that. I didn't have that much patience as a child. That's what I was going to say. Come on, realize what I was saying.
Do you have that kind of patience now?
I guess I do because he's here.
Thank you, Kenji.
You're welcome. Unintentional as it was.
All right. Aside from that, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links is still going well. It's on Steam, and it's also an app for the phone. It's a lot of fun, and because of that, I discovered a few. Because of that, rekindling my interest in Yu-Gi-Oh! I saw some interesting videos on YouTube from the World Championships where the voice actors for the anime get together and play scripted duels between them, like another Yugi versus Kaiba with updated rules and updated cards, a version of Jack Atlas from 5Ds versus Pegasus, and then versus Aster Phoenix from GX. Pegasus versus Joey, but Pegasus plays the Burning Abyss archetype, which is an archetype based off of Dante's Inferno. They're really entertaining videos to watch, and it's just a lot of fun to see in-character portrayals of how these modern duels would go. It's great fan fiction material.
So, when you say Joey, do you mean Joey Wheeler? As in
Yes.
the kunai with chains guy?
Yes, I mean the Brooklyn guy.
Baby Dragon.
Flame swords, goddamn it.
Come now, you can do better than that.
I can't actually. I really can't. It's not in me.
Well, I suppose I can't do a good Joey myself, but I can do a good Pegasus. Let me welcome you all to Toon World.
Oh god, that was actually pretty good.
It was actually, wow.
Oh,
Little but
man.
damn, that was near perfect.
That was pretty good. All right, that reminds me. I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro with some friends, and I made a Toon World deck, and that is really vicious if you make a good Toon World deck.
Oh, yes. The Toon archetype is still around. I mean, no matter how far the game evolves, they always update the classic archetypes to be viable because they never get old.
Because if you try like Eater of Millions with the Toon deck, since the Toon deck has a lot of banishment, Eater of Millions becomes really scary because it gains life points for everything that's banished, and whenever it attacks, you can banish one of your enemy's creatures.
What? That's dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
In a similar vein, you could just use the trap card Different Dimension Dynamite. Kaboom.
I was using it's the one pot, not the pot of greed, but the other pot where you discard
Pot of Desires.
Yeah, where you banish cards to draw more cards.
Yeah, Yugi and Kaiba both used that in their scripted duel.
Yeah, because Pot of Greed is banned or something.
Yeah,
No, they used Pot of Greed too.
Oh.
Pot
And
of
they
Greed is
explained it,
banned,
too.
but Pot of Desires also really works if you're running a high banishment deck.
Pot of Desires You banish the top 10 cards of your deck, a quarter of your deck at least, and a sixth of your a quarter of your deck at most, and a sixth of your deck at least, just to draw 2 cards.
Yes.
And you don't know what cards you banish. So.
And if you get Eater of Millions gets 100 attack and defense for every card that's banished.
Only 100?
I believe it might be 200. I'm not sure. It was. I think it's only 100, but that doesn't matter because with that thing, you ban it. If anything engages in battle with it, it gets banished.
Ouch.
So that would be a plan where you basically just, this has to work because if it doesn't, I'm buggered kind of thing.
There's other strategies in the deck that I made specifically because there's lots of other. Like the thing about a lot of the tune cards is as long as you have tune cards and they don't, you can just directly attack their life points. So, yeah, especially with you get the Toon Kingdom thing or Toon World, I think. One of those ones.
I'd love to keep going on this subject, but we've got 3 people left who need to speak, so I think that's just about everything for my week. So I'll cede it to whoever would like to go next. Though I do have a recommendation when we get to that section.
Yeah, we have 3 people. We have 2 slicers and a Casey.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant we have 6 people waiting.
Since I don't have anything really to talk about, I'll go first, then Casey can do his thing. I watched Law & Order SVU. Watched like 8 or 9 episodes of the latest season. It's a good show. I enjoy it. But that and reading is about all I've done this week. I found a few good stories. So, edgelord stuff. Like, I'm shocked I'm actually enjoying it, but I am. It'll be American Invasion. And that's about it. I intend to be
Infinity Wars.
that's it. Infinity Wars next week, or maybe the week after that.
Yay.
And there you go.
All right. I guess I'll go then. So we did a stream last week where I played Baldur's Gate for 2 years. For 2 years? For 2 hours.
There you go.
Brains. Things.
All right, I have the perfect title now. Fandom Flux Can't Count.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah. So, thank you. If you could put that in the chat, I'd appreciate
So
it.
yeah,
'cause
you
I'm gonna
played it
use
for
that.
for 3 years.
I played for 2 hours and accidentally killed one of my party members and blamed it on a cow. And yeah, that game's
Can't
still
believe I
great.
forgot about that.
Yeah,
He tried to click on a cow to kill it, and it just he clicked on his own wizard. The rest of the party just slaughtered him.
Yeah, that happened. And I had been playing it since basically just hang on. I have the counter for how long I've actually been playing it. Here we go. 28 hours total.
So it hasn't been 2 days. It's been a day and 4 hours.
Yeah, but functionally more than 2 days because sleep is a thing. Yeah, that's still a good game, and I still very much recommend it. And if anyone wants me to walk them through how to mod it so that both 1 and 2, the enhanced editions, work as one full game, I can totally do that. Just play the games. They're great. Right, that's the thing. Mm-hmm. And Stram. I'll put that too. Yeah, those are great, and I still 100% recommend them. Everyone should play them if you have ever enjoyed the BioWare style of storytelling. Those games codified it. That's where it came from, basically.
Do you happen to know how often those games go on sale?
Probably every sale, I imagine, at this point. They came out a couple of years ago, at least, so...
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I was thinking about getting them, so I might take you up on that offer if they go on sale and I grab them.
Yeah. Cool. Having gone on a nostalgia kick, though, because of this, that totally happened. So, I'm not entirely sure what prompted it, but I started playing Chrono Trigger again. I looked up They made a port of it onto PC, and it's actually kind of not a great version. Or rather, it wasn't, and then they patched it so that it was okay. But it's still basically the DS version without one of the features of the DS version. So I could just play the DS version. So I did. For a bit. And then got annoyed and bored with the clunkiness. So moved on to playing something else. And I thought, oh. You know, I really want to play Kingdom Hearts. Like 1.5. Unfortunately, that's only on PS3, though. That sucks. Wait, is it only on PS3? Oh, wait! I'm getting there, patient. Bear with me.
He's trying to...
Yeah, I know. I appreciate it, but... So, for the longest time, I was under the impression that, 1.5 and 2.5 never got ported to the PS4 because, they were on the PS3, who cares? So that was, dumb of me. But I looked it up, and yeah, you can totally get those. So, okay. Alright, fine. Started on my PS4. Went through the update process, naturally, because it's the fucking PS4. And... they were doing a sale on games that are big in Japan, air quotes. Probably because of Golden Week, I assume.
That seems logical to me.
Yeah. Bunch of stuff on there. Some good games. Yakuza is on there, so if you want to try those games, I recommend picking one of them up.
Play one.
Yeah. They're good games. Good games.
Yay.
But, yeah, so... Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 bundle was on there. 2.8 prologue was on there. And Final Fantasy 15 was on there. So, yeah, I bought all of those.
Well, okay then.
Bit impulsive, but, they're probably good games, to my understanding. So, yeah, then I spent all of last night downloading them. Like, literally, because, wow, I hate the PSN. It's just shit.
Yep, it is pretty bad.
Yeah. Like, those games all together, I think it comes to about 100 gig, give or take. And... that on Steam, I could manage in probably a couple of hours. On the PSN, it took about 8 to 10 hours.
Yeah, I believe in terms of just downloading things out of all the consoles, the PS4 is the worst.
Yeah, it's been proven that, yeah, it will actively throttle your download speed, specifically on the PSN. No one's quite sure why.
Like, if I want to buy a game on the Switch, it's really fast.
So you're telling me 100 gigs took you a few hours, huh?
Yeah, it sucked. It was terrible. God,
that's a real long time, Casey. So long.
He lives where he has.
What are these companies playing at that they would make it take that long to download something? Ugh.
Yeah, people with real internet aren't used. You have like great value internet.
That would have taken me 2 months.
I mean, it takes me like 2 minutes to download something on the Switch.
So,
You're not. Slicer's seething.
I will
yeah.
find a way to kill someone across the internet. Just for you.
No, you won't. You're up and down speeds aren't good enough.
The fact that you're right hurts me more.
You set that up so well. Thank you, Slicer. So,
Good.
yeah. So, downloaded all those. Was a pain in the ass because if you're downloading anything on the PSN, it will basically break anything you want to do with the PS4. Yep, because everything has to be loaded, which means everything's online, which means it has to be connected, which means the connection has to be good, which it isn't if it's downloading something. So, yeah, I basically couldn't do anything while it was doing that. But when it was done, finally got to play Kingdom Hearts 1.5. That is a good game.
It's a pretty solid game. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I've only played Kingdom Hearts 1 on emulator on PC. Because you can do that. And I can say that now because I own both games, technically. So,
Which did you choose of the 3 weapons at the start? The Dream Sword, the Dream Rod, or the Dream Shield?
I picked the staff. Magic, yay.
My preferred choice as well.
Yeah. And then I dropped the shield because glass cannon, baby. Yeah. That's the build that you want to have when you're playing on proud mode and on
Yeah.
late
How
game
far-
progression.
How far have you gotten so far?
I basically just started Alice in Wonderland.
Huh. So, still fresh into the game. Should be fun.
Pretty much. I mean, everything can kill me in like 2 hits, so yeah. It's been a bit of a struggle.
That never stops, by the way.
Yeah.
You get more health just as the enemy does more damage. Get used to that.
So, yeah. It was nice to get the roll ability after the boss where it would have been really useful, but that's good.
Well, best of luck with the Trick Master. Oh, yeah, and one thing to note. When you're rescuing the Dalmatians, go back to visit Pongo and Perdita often. They have good rewards. No
Yeah,
way
I played the original version, so
Yeah,
that's
I
all
just-
in there, yeah.
I just remember that.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's something that's not from the original. In every world, there's a specific, special kind of Heartless that only appears in certain circumstances in some places that might be useful for you to defeat.
Okay.
Specifically, beware the monkey in Traverse Town. I'll leave it at that.
Alright. Where was I? Yeah, so I've been playing that. It is very fun. I would like to platinum it, but that will take 2 playthroughs at least, because
Yes.
I got so frustrated with that stupid suit of armor boss that I had to use the continue function because I was so sick of going through the streets fighting those stupid... So, yeah.
Does one of them involve never dying or something? One of the trophies?
Yeah, you can't use the continue function at all. You have to load your game. And the last load position was several screens and fights ago between the boss and the save. Yeah, so I got frustrated rather quickly. Thankfully, there is also a trophy for speedrunning the game, which means, hey, I will be playing this game again on easy mode.
Just remember, it needs to be 15 hours or less.
Yes, it does. 15 hours or less, and without using continue is going to be the run that I do for that one.
I might have mentioned this. My first playthrough of Proud Mode was an Unchanging Armor run and a no escape run, so made it through the whole game without using a continue or changing equipment.
Right, that too. That's also a thing I need to do. Also, nice brag there, patient. Good job.
I also beat all of the optional bosses on that run.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it is going to be a completionist run for the Proud Mode one.
Good.
Because I do... I mean, it's called Proud Mode. I have some fucking pride. But yeah, the stupid annoying ones like don't change your equipment and everything. I'm doing that shit on easy. Why would I do that on hard?
Because you have pride and ability.
Too much pride is not a good thing. Right? That's still a thing.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. Yeah. I have things that I would rather be doing than just try and fathom that with that, frankly. Like playing Kingdom Hearts 2, which I still haven't finished. So I'll be starting that over with the 2.5 version.
I'd also recommend looking into Chain of Memories if you don't want to be completely lost in the story.
Yeah, I watched the film version of it, basically.
Dang it.
That was the better option.
Yeah.
No, but fighting the organization is
I'll
so much
probably take a crack at Chain of Memories and see what I think of it before I just write it off. So, yeah, that's fine.
fair.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I haven't touched Final Fantasy 15 yet because that's not actually the game I wanted to play. It was more of a whim purchase, and it's like, do I want to get this on PS4 or PC? And, you know, the only reason people look at PC over console usually is, one, graphics, which I don't care about because I can't see the difference, literally, and mods. So I looked at the mod communities to see what they've got going on. And it's a lot of people just constantly talking shit about the whole concept. So, yeah. The whole concept for the game is just not appealing to modders, apparently, so they don't want to touch it, more or less. PS4 it was. For cheaper, so that's cool. Kenshi had to bail, by the way. So, he didn't have a recommendation. Quelle surprise. Oh, hey, I do know some French. Yay. Naturally, I only know French when it comes to being snooty. So, I guess that's appropriate usage.
That is very fitting.
Yeah. So, yeah, Kenshi's bounced. Because he's something. We don't actually know, but I assume
He's a
it's very
kangaroo.
Sure, that's
Okay.
why. His
Clearly.
secret dreams of being a kangaroo.
Probably. It
I
would be
always
very
suspected
good
it.
for jumping off the top rope. Or
Right
onto the
then.
top rope. That would also be cool. Like if you could just jump straight up and land on the top rope. On the turnbuckle. Anyway, weird wrestling fantasies of being kangaroos for the sake of a good wrestling career aside, that's pretty much all I got.
All right, so Casey's done.
Yeah.
So, Casey, what have you been doing?
Okay.
I'm literally dissolving into a person-shaped mass of gelatinous ooze. Do
So
you have
just a Tuesday for
recommendations?
you then, basically?
Yes, it is Tuesday. How do you know?
I had a hunch.
For you, it really was Tuesday. Anyway,
Yes, it's
recommendations.
Tuesday because there are two of us. There's two of everyone.
Recommendations, please, so we can just stop.
Considering that it's still very much crunch time for school, and also I was using all my free time to either God of War or plan for D&D,
Dad of
I got
boy.
no Rex.
All right, I'll go with mine, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah.
My recommendation is a Harry Potter self-insert fic by Queen First called To the Next. The context for that is, to the well-organized mind, death is but the next great adventure. Albus Dumbledore from the first book. So, our protagonist, Alexander, is reincarnated on Halloween of 1980, 1 year before the fall of Voldemort, as the daughter of Florian Fortescue, the runner of the ice cream parlor on Diagon. So, interesting premise there. And the story gets interesting. Her wanting to survive in the world, basically wanting to have a place for herself. She's confused about why she wound up there after she died. And while things get a bit tricky for her down the line, she befriends Harry before she goes to Hogwarts because they attend the same primary school together. So they befriend each other a bit. And when she gets to Hogwarts, she's sorted into Slytherin. Against her will. But it was... Well, not really against her will, just... It was the best fit that the hat could give her. And that automatically makes her the target of a prejudice. And, well, most of the plot thus far has been her attempting to dispel this prejudice. To a limited degree of success. She's befriended Cedric Diggory, but all of the other Hufflepuffs basically are incredulous about it, stuck in the all Slytherins must be evil mindset. Surprisingly, they've managed to break through that mindset as far as the Weasleys go. Fred and George, Ron, and Ginny as well. Not sure about the rest of them. But the Weasleys have been close to the Fortescue in this. Young Fred and George tried to feed Alex ice cream when she was still too young to have it.
Yeah.
So,
just you're going into very deep detail. That's probably a bit much for a recommendation.
well, it's still the general gist, and the story is still young. It's only gotten to second year, partway through it, and what was it? Oh yeah, it updated again just a couple of weeks ago, so it's ongoing. Not sure how fast the updates are going to be. I just discovered it the other day, but it's a good self-insert, and, well, those can be a bit uncommon. So maybe I went into too much detail.
A little bit, but that's fine.
So, to the next, that's my recommendation.
Okay, cool beans. Slicer, did you have anything, or Zero? Zero does.
Yeah, I got one.
Okay.
Mine is Prepare for the Edge. DC Remastered Edition by Sir Lucifer Morningstar. 9 chapters, 52,000 words. It is as most DC fics are, it's just every DC thing in one universe.
Yeah.
It's a self-insert. I want to preface this by saying it is not the gamer crossover, but the character does have gamer abilities. So it doesn't have the same tired tropes from the gamer, but yes. The character has the most cliche backstory, and brings this up in universe and lampshades it because he just finds it almost hilarious that how bad his tragic backstory is. And it's pretty bad, actually. Born to a single mother prostitute, family murdered, that kind of deal. Honestly, I'm trying to think of how to sell this, but honestly, it's just really well written and it's funny. He's pretty much just taking the piss out of the entire DC universe.
Okay. There's something to be said for doing edgy but taking the piss out of it at the same time.
Sorry, could you say that again?
There's something to be said about being edgy and doing it well. Yeah.
Taking this out of it, yeah.
I will say one standout moment that might appeal to some people is when the character does eventually get ritual magic, and he explores necromantic magic as well after that. He proceeds to kill a level 1 rat in an abandoned apartment building, and then he revives it as a zombie rat. And then he has this zombie rat then feast on every other rat in the building and grow to the king rat. He then uses some other magic to transform it into basically Splinter from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Has that for a while. Then does an instant dungeon to send it to hell to level up. He doesn't realize that the time periods in hell work a little bit differently. So 1 year in hell is 1 second on Earth. He sends it to hell for 7 years, which is 500 millennia. So it comes back a little strong.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to say, I think you've sold me on it.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, that was. I didn't want to spoil that because it's hilarious, but I can't think of any other way to sell it than that. So that is spoiler for episode like 5 or something,
Yeah.
or chapter 5.
All right. My recommendation is this thing the patient just posted in the public Discord, which is kitty in a sink. It's a kitty in a sink.
There's a cat in the sink, as they tend to do, and it turns on the faucet and then sprays itself, and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah. It's a drink. Yay. Oh, I'm getting soggy. Oh.
It's precious. It's just precious.
Okay, so I think that's it for
He's
recommendations.
so confused, but kind of okay with it. Meow.
I guess we'll see you guys next time.
Shut up, Zero. So, I'd like to thank everyone for listening to the Fandom Flux podcast episode 218.
1, 2, 3, 4, 7.
What?
I'm sorry, aren't we still doing the seeing double thing?
No,
One of us is doing the outro and the other is doing the outro at the same time. If you'd like to get into contact with us,
No, we're not going to do that. So, if you want to get in contact with us, you can get us through the YouTube channel through the comments. I'm already listening to it double, so you doing it as well is a really bad idea. If you're YouTube channel through the comments, we have a public Discord, which will be in the description. Please do it on Patreon if you feel so inclined. We'd appreciate it. Once again, I'd like to see.
I'd like to thank everyone for listening to the Fandom Flux podcast.
Shut up,
and-
Zero.
Bye, everybody.